Sunny Sands all summer. Me and my sister Elsie. We love Miss Smiley's cafe and Mr. Whips's shop and Mr. Mentor's lighthouse, of course.
But we also love being at the mill on the marsh, especially playing in the meadow with Grandpa, which is what we were doing today.
Oh, what a lovely, calm morning. Oh dear, I spoke too soon.
It was great, Aunt Loretta.
Sandy me! I'm just picking up my washing in the courtyard if you need me. CJ told me to keep an eye on you all. He'll be back soon.
Uncle CJ had gone to visit Mr. Mentor the inventor in his lighthouse.
And that goes... Oh, there. Oh, CJ!
Mr. Mentor! I came by to invite you to a barbecue this evening in our meadow.
What a marvellous idea!
Mr. Mentor doesn't just invent things, he invents words.
And what perfectible timing! I have just invented this new invention, and you have arrived at the very moment when I'm going to test it out.
How exciting! What is it?
Well, it's a windy kind of thing, you see. It whizzes and whirls and whoops, I hope.
Yes, this was Mr. Mentor's Whizzywoodlesome Whirly Windwhooper.
Right, let's see if it works, CJ. It might need a bit of time to think about it.
Mr. Mentor's inventions often don't actually work. He turned it on and...
Bless my ears! It whizzes and whirls and whoops!
It works all right. It's blowing everything about.
I don't ever remember one of my inventions working so quickly.
Absolutely. But what's it actually for, Mr. Mentor?
What's it for? I've no idea. But it's Whizzywoodlesome, that's for sure. I'm going to take it to Miss Smiley's cafe. I bet she can find a use for it.
When Uncle CJ got home and told us about Mr. Mentor's new invention, Grandpa said...
But what's it for?
He has no idea, but it blew everything all over the lighthouse. He's taken it to Miss Smiley's cafe to see if she needs it.
I think Mr. Mentor's Whirly Windwhooper might be a problem in the cafe.
But it actually works. He's invented something that works, Grandpa.
Quite. Usually I have to get inside Mr. Mentor's inventions to make them work. But it looks like I'm going to have to get inside this one to stop it working.
Not the shrinking cap, Grandpa.
Catch me if you can.
Grandpa's shrinking cap is magic, of course. And when he wears it, he can make all kinds of things happen. He can drive our cousin Jason's car. Grandpa!
He can chuff about in the Sunny Sands train.
But today, he got on Elsie's Mrs. Ostrich.
And made her fly.
Oh, I'm off to Miss Smiley's. See you later.
Be careful, Grandpa! Just then, Great Aunt Loretta came into the meadow.
Oh, Grandpa gone for a little lie down, has he? Well, he must have sneaked past me. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's so hot. There's not a breath of wind. Can't even see me washing flapping on the line. I like to see me washing flapping.
Grandpa arrived at Miss Smiley's cafe and landed on the pier.
Miss Smiley was holding one of her craft mornings. Grandpa ran in and hid.
Everyone was busy making things as Mr. Mentor showed off his new invention.
What's not to love, Miss Smiley? Wonder Bubble or what?
Oh, it's very Wonder Bubble, Mr. Mentor. But I'm not quite sure what it actually does.
But it works, Miss Smiley, it works. Look.
Mr. Mentor switched on the Whirly Windwhooper and this happened.
But it was blowing so hard, he couldn't get to it. So Grandpa did this.
He climbed inside the machine. He had to stop it working.
Right, well, let's try this.
And the Whirly Windwhooper stopped whirling and whooping.
Then Grandpa reset it so it would work again when Mr. Mentor wanted it to.
Well, that is a remarkable invention, Mr. Mentor.
So remarkable, Miss Smiley, it will even turn itself off when I tell it to.
But to be honest, I'm not sure that I need a wind whooper in the cafe.
Oh, really? Right. Well, in that case, Miss Smiley, I shall see if Mr. Whoops would like it in the toy shop.
He's been gone ages.
You two look glum. Grandpa gone for a little lie down, I guess.
I wonder what he's really up to.
Grandpa was, of course, making his way to Mr. Whoops's shop.
Mr. Whoops had got some paper aeroplane kits and had been making them with some of my friends.
But Mr. Mentor had arrived and was showing them all his Whizzywoodlesome Whirly Windwhooper.
My Whizzywoodlesome Whirly Windwhooper, Mr. Whoops.
Grandpa flew in while nobody was watching and climbed up the shelves.
And the thing is, it actually works.
Oh, how exciting! Show me.
Oh, stand back. Stand back.
And Mr. Mentor switched the machine on again, and this happened.
Grandpa knew he had to stop it again, so he ran and got inside the machine.
Windwhooper stopped.
This time, Grandpa had decided to leave the machine switched off, which was safer.
Well, you can't do any harm now, and I'm off home.
There you are, you see. It is so remarkable. I only have to tell it to stop, and it stops.
Bye-bye, Mr. Whoops. See you soon. Great machine, Mr. Mentor.
Our friends were off home, and Grandpa was off home too.
The thing is, Mr. Mentor, I'm not sure I need a whirly wind whooper for my shop, see?
I see. Well, I shall just have to think of someone else, Mr. Whoops.
And while they both thought, Grandpa got back on Mrs. Ostrich and flew out of the shop.
Someone will have an idea at the barbecue, Mr. Mentor.
Yes, you're right, Mr. Whoops.
Speaking of which, it's time we set off. You can come with me and Miss Smiley in my car. You'll enjoy the ride. Whoops!
Oh, goodness.
Just when we were getting really worried about Grandpa,
Home he flew.
back, Grandpa.
I am, and I've made sure the machine isn't working. But it can't stay not working forever. That'll upset Mr. Mentor. We've got to find a use for it.
And just then, Mr. Whoops's car arrived.
As Mr. Mentor, Mr. Whoops and Miss Smiley arrived in the meadow, Uncle CJ and Great Aunt Loretta came out too.
Mr. Mentor! Oh, is this your Whizzywoodlesome Whirly Windwhooper?
Oh, yes. And it works, Loretta. It works.
Not anymore, it doesn't.
Allow me.
Mr. Mentor switched it on and...
Nothing happened.
It's broken. My whirly whooper is no longer whirling and whooping. It is no longer Whizzywoodlesome.
While everyone tried to cheer up Mr. Mentor, Grandpa got into the machine.
And inside, he pushed the lever and the whirly windwhooper whirled and whooped.
We all ran for cover. Great Aunt Loretta didn't get away in time. Grandpa stopped the machine from inside. You've thrown Great Aunt Loretta into the pool.
Ah. Oops. Wait a moment. I've just got a use for the windwhooper.
I picked Grandpa up and put him in my pocket.
Mr. Mentor, maybe the Whizzywoodlesome Windwhooper will dry Great Aunt Loretta.
That's a fabadiculous idea.
And he switched it on. We ran inside with Grandpa.
We dashed upstairs and put him down on the floor.
Come on, Grandpa, quick!
Oh, we did it! We found a use for Mr. Mentor's Whirly Windwhooper. Did we do well, huh? Teamwork! I think there might be other uses as well.
And Grandpa was right.
Soon, the Whirly Windwhooper was doing just what Aunt Loretta wanted.
Making her washing flap about.
That's better. Nothing like seeing it all flap about. Oh, you're up, Grandpa.
The sausages are ready. Come along, everyone.
I hear Mr. Mentor's invention can dry your pants whether you're wearing them or not.
Well, at least Mr. Mentor is doing something useful. Not like you, Grandpa. You're no use at all.